Some of the guys spoke with the media today, and we're going to see how we feel about some of their comments. One, Patrick Paul, who Omar Kelly earlier told us today was having a great camp, taking over for Teron Armstead. Does he have what it takes? Here's what Patrick Paul had to say.
Honestly, he was just coaching me up, any little detail he might see, or just giving me props to what he's done, and then we'll just talk about the next rep, what he might want to see, different technique or a different approach, be more aggressive, be less aggressive. Yeah, just that.
Absolutely love that Patrick Paul and Teron Armstead still working together. Teron Armstead on the sidelines, making things happen. Very excited, very happy about that. Teron Armstead is saying the praises of Patrick Paul throughout this offseason, saying that he has been a sponge. He's been asking nonstop. Very, very encouraging sign right there. And Vlad, we're going to need him because he is got, as you said, all the physical talents in the world. We're hoping now that he can just put it all together and in his second year be a stalwart on this offensive line.
I mean, everybody thought he was a project when he was drafted, but they drafted in the second round.
Yes.
And if that raw talent ever gets polished, you can have a top 5 left tackle in the NFL. But he's not really the most important left tackle. He's the right tackle. The guy that's pretty important for your running game, because the running game went down when he went down last season.
That's true.
And he's the blind side for Tua. So Austin Jackson is really the most important guy.
And we're hoping, he said a lower leg injury. Mike McDaniel said he got stepped on. That's all they're saying right now. So we're going to see. And they're saying that he's probably not going to play until the first game of the season, the first official game of the season against the Indianapolis Colts. But the good thing is we're hearing from multiple sources that Patrick Paul is really getting things going and really making things happen. We also heard from Omar earlier today that Minkah Fitzpatrick got an interception and got ran down by Tyreek Hill. Whether he actually really got ran down, or was he not just kind of running 100%? He's kind of taking it down the sidelines. Minkah Fitzpatrick also, once again, spoke with the media.
The fact that he sends pressure in so many different forms. Some places they send two or three the same guys. Here it could be literally anybody, and it all comes from a similar look. So I think when offenses are lining up and they see us, they know that it could come from any direction, and I think that gives them a little bit of angst and has them play a little bit more on their heels.
So Minkah Fitzpatrick talking about Anthony Weaver's scheme and how he likes that it's very deceiving and you can never really predict where it's coming from. Minkah Fitzpatrick, a pro's pro, hoping this year, and you think that hopefully the style that Anthony Weaver plays and Minkah Fitzpatrick being the pro that he is, that those two are kind of a good coupling together, because Minkah Fitzpatrick, that type of safety that can be sometimes very deceiving, has had very good ball skills in the past. Although last year was a little bit of a down year for him numbers-wise, so was the secondary and especially the safeties for the Miami Dolphins. As far as numbers, turnovers, Minkah Fitzpatrick, though, looking to have a bounce-back year for himself and basically, really honestly, for this secondary and the safety position, because as we talked about earlier, the only turnover from the safety position last year was Game 1 against the Jacksonville Jaguars, where Javon Holland punched the ball out, the 9-point play, as we like to call it.
That literally was a 9-point play. I didn't want to talk to Omar about Tua's and how great he's looked in training camp, because you kind of expect that. This is what, his fourth year in the offense,
right?
He should know that offense by like the back of his hand.
Yeah, and you're right, Vlad. There's a multitude of reasons why he should look so good. Number one,
he's not getting.
Secondary is questionable. We'll say that. Yes.
I mean, the secondary,
suspect.
It's suspect at best. And also, it's not like he's getting hit. So
that's true.
But what I do like to hear is that, like I said, the O-line is gelling. That's what I want to hear. And the fact that they're running the ball between the tackles and trying to establish some aggression, some physicality.
That's what they're saying.
As you will. Let me in my Dusty Rhodes voice. Some physicality. Which we've been saying for quite some time, that, and you called them out the first year. You were brought in here to be the run, or you were a running specialist in San Francisco.
Correct.
You were set. Mike McDaniel's job was to set the run game for the San Francisco 49ers, which had one of the best rushing attacks. You thought with what he did with Tua, getting the speed around him, that he would be able to continue the Dolphins running game, which was a top 5 running game from like when it was September, October, and November, and then it dies down. It starts to dwindle down towards the end of the season when the weather gets cold. I'm happy that he's trying. I will give him credit. He's trying to emphasize this training camp, that hopefully if they do it now, it will continue to be done during the season.
Only thing is, Alec Ingold did go down today in practice with some type of a tweak or an injury. So
A tweak.
We'll see. Good news though, Minkah Fitzpatrick gets his second interception of the training camp. So a lot of production.
So who was the first one on? Zach Wilson?
That first one was on. It had to have been Zach Wilson. Yeah, it was about a week ago. It was a week
right,
ago.
because it was to his first interception in 9 practices. They said.
Yes, this is the 10th practice today.
It was his first interception.
First interception. Yeah, so
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I know I was taking a little shot, but I'm like,
yes.
But
I throw more interceptions,
But it's weird. It's weird because I was like, "What? We were trying to like throw a couple interceptions to let the secondary feel good about themselves." And it's like, nah, I'm burning you.
These guys don't have it in to dog it so that someone else can feel good about themselves. They're just too competitive and too skilled, man. So,
Dr. Toboggan, you're right. Sometimes we do call coaches guru before it's time.
We're quick to throw around titles in all aspects of life. So
yes, because that way when you throw a title, especially a positive title like that, if it goes left, you can easily just rip them.
Yeah. Very obvious. So, okay, well, the Dolphins, let's see what's going on with that camp. Let's get going. We're very soon going to have joint practice with the Chicago Bears. And a week from today, they're going to have their first preseason game. A lot of work for the newer guys and the guys that are trying to just work things out. Not going to see a lot of the starters. Austin Jackson's not going to be there. Don't expect to see Tua Tagovailoa. But
what about Jalen Waddle?
Jalen Waddle.
Or Tyreek